Okay then, so I decided just like on a whim really to try and create a map based upon the area around the Citadel on Gallifrey based upon the Doctor Who series. Now, in order to do this, I obviously had to go away and actually create myself some assets for a theme pack, including the very rich, vibrant red grass and the white granite mountains. Uh, Obviously, I had to take a bit of like thought about how I should do it because Gallifrey is very, very, very clearly described as having red grass. Now, on the TV series, sometimes it comes across as a bit more orangey, but I think that's just decisions they make depending on what's happening at the time. But what happens is if it's a fertile area, it does actually go this lovely, rich orange colour, the actual grass. So I thought I'll stick with that. Um, Obviously, the trees in Gallifrey are silver, so I just found sort of like the trees that are available on the game that looked nice and silver because I didn't want to have to create a um, special tree basically. Although I might like to do so in the future if this map takes off. As you can see, I've gone for the circular mountains where I think the Citadel would be. It's hard to tell actually when you're piecing together all of the different photographs of the Citadel, all of the rendering of it from the TV show, about whether or not these mountains are actually in a circle or whether they're individually dotted. Again, I sometimes think that actually they change whether or not they're in a circle or individual, depending on almost the story they want to tell and the vision they want to give at any one time. So there you go. I've decided the Citadel would be nestled in a circle. I might even take a stab when I've improved my ability at building assets, maybe even to build the Citadel one day. Anyway, so I decided to make sure that there was a good road going through, good highway right the way through, all the way winding around the map. So you're winding around the mountains of the Citadel, over these purple rivers, as you can see. I've decided to really go all out and even made the water a sort of pinkish colour because I felt that blue would just not be right. Anyway, heads over this way, big river all the way through, all the roads heading out, and then of course I've got a train line because it just makes sense that they would also have train lines. Although again, I'd rather make something more like a monorail to be quite honest if I had the time. Again, there's lots of tree lands. There's a little bit of farmland, but not too much. It's a very rocky thing because that's how I believe the Citadel is. And then, just as a kind of homage to, obviously the episode Day of the Doctor, where the Doctor heads off into the desert, which is obviously his home. So I've put a little bit of desert out of the way. So it can see the mountain because I believe that that's the kind of view that it had. So I think the desert's here and the Citadel is over this way. And I put a rundown farmhouse to represent. Well, you know what? If you're watching this, if you're getting this map, you probably do know what that's in relation to. I've done, I said, some pink water everywhere, like trying to flow as best as it can as it goes along. But not trying to create a river, but more like a kind of broken up effect. If you ever look at the planet Gallifrey on the wide shots, it doesn't look like it, or it doesn't feel like it's got massive oceans. Everything looks very like kind of scattered continents. So this is kind of how you envision the actual water flowing on Gallifrey, not in great big rivers, not in seas, but this kind of almost like sort of pools of water. So hopefully you like what I've done there, but you know what, you're free to comment and tell me how you might have done it better. And of course, to make the water flow a bit better, I've done a kind of tabletop mountain over here that drops downwards, and again, that's just the idea behind it. Over near where you start, there's obviously some grassland, farmland not far away, but actually quite a little peninsula for the most part with a good highway link, but not great. So you're very limited when you start off. You have to start expanding out, and you don't get into good building land for a while, just your farmland. Anyway, tell me what you think, really. I hope you do actually like this map, and I do hope you like the vision for it. I'll leave the links, obviously, to the actual map and the map theme that are created, so you can download them both. As I said, if you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe so I can carry on doing it, really. And always just leave a comment and tell me what you would like me to do with this, or even if you've actually created an asset that I could use on this map and maybe add to it. I'd really, really link you in. I'd make sure that you get proper credit for it. Thanks very much for watching.